for those who are still going to be watching. But before we sign off on TV, I'd like to call on our CEO to please give us... I know you have some promises for us.
Promises?
You don't have any promises.
Okay. Milord?
Thank you very much.
May I ask for order in court?
Please.
Okay, no, thank you very much. There's some comments which I wanted to address. My learned Ikena very well responded to on that point. But look, first, let me say thank you. This is what we need. And don't hold back. Give it to us fully. We don't want a sugar coating of the story or the narrative of what you're experiencing. And we want to be able to explain it to the best of our abilities, and you make up your minds yourselves. But please, Barrister Timi Agbaje, do not hold back, all of you. The first thing I want to say, you see, even within MTN staff, there are people that haven't understood how their own data disappears. I will not look at her. She might be on the phone, but I won't look at her. But Ugo told us about one of our staff that has 120 to 156 gigabits of data backup on their WhatsApp and is backing it up every night. Our own staff, a chief officer of MTN, and is now surprised. And is attacking MTN saying, how is my data disappearing? There is a reason. And it's not something that we in MTN went into her phone to decide to configure it. It's configured in her phone, and if she doesn't change it, it will continue to happen. I remember there's another member of staff, I wasn't a part of this, but I was told by Ugo, who complained that on her router, 5G router, her data is disappearing. And we actually went to visit her home. This is a general manager in MTN, someone that we think should understand better. And when you went into her children's room, YouTube was streaming all the time, 24/7. And then you're surprised that the data is gone. It's going to go. So I wanted to point out those points. The other thing is about the operating environment. Look, in as much as we all want perfect fiber, we all want perfect mobile networks, we cannot operate outside the realities of the country and the operating environment that we're in. We're in a country where area boys will block us from refueling sites, and maybe that site will go down for 2 days. We're in a country where someone, for the heck of it, will light up a manhole that could affect 30,000 subscribers or base stations for up to 2-3 million people. That's the nature of the security and infrastructure of the country. And those happen from time to time. That's more of a quality of service issue rather than a data consumption pattern issue. But I think I should point it out. We are still in Nigeria. And in the context of the operating environments that we're in, I still believe, and I know you guys are going to give me a lot of stick around this, but I still believe that I'm proud that we provide pretty much a global standard of service. I use mobile networks in the USA. I don't think they're half as good as us. And for those of you who travel to the USA on mobile networks, I think you might just agree with me. The tariff increase was implemented for one primary reason, to allow the industry to survive. At the point in time when the tariff increase was implemented, we practically could not pay our bills. We were on the verge of shutting down sites. When I say we could not pay our bills, there was not enough money coming in. That's my CFO right there, the best CFO in the world. There was not enough money coming into MTN's accounts to pay our bills for diesel, rental, software licenses. We were effectively bankrupt. Without that tariff increase, we'll have started to shut down the network. And since that tariff increase has been implemented, correct me if I'm wrong, Yaya, last year we invested 1.1 trillion naira. 900 and something billion naira. This year, we're going to invest in excess of $1 trillion. We invest more in the expansion and maintenance of this company than we make in profits. Everywhere, it's a continuous investment, on and on. And in the period when the tariff increase was implemented, technically speaking, we were insolvent. We were in negative equity for those who are financial people. So it was necessary for the industry first just to survive. It was really on the verge of breaking down, and then to allow us to continue to invest. The issue of unlimited data on mobile networks, it doesn't exist in anywhere in the world, except you are paying a fortune, maybe $400 a month or whatever it is. There are high bundles, and there's fair usage policy. On mobile networks, it doesn't really exist. Okay? There's a limit because you can never build enough capacity for everyone to be on an unlimited bundle, and you think you provide a quality of service that's decent. If you decide to give everybody in Nigeria unlimited air flights, air tickets, local air tickets for, let me just say, silly number, 200,000 naira a month, do you think the airline industry will survive? It won't. It doesn't work that way. You cannot give unlimited as much as we will desire it. We will not be able to build the networks that you people will be able to use in any way whatsoever. So that's the reality. And I challenge you to this. Influencers, critics, look at the price at which we sell bundles of data. Then now take that price, go and check in Kenya, go and check in Congo, go and check across the world, and tell me if you are not going to tell me that data in Nigeria is one of the 4 cheapest in the world. Ghana is also very cheap, I acknowledge that. But compared to any other African country, you will see that the data in MTN Nigeria is one, in Nigeria, not just MTN, our competitors too, is one of the cheapest in the world, even after the tariff increase. So, look, I'm very passionate. I really want you guys to give it to us as hard as you can. Ask us the most difficult questions. Don't hold back. Because we have to work to the truth together. Not because we say it's the truth, but over time, when we see the evidence, we'll come to a common view. And as the economy of Nigeria improves, and we're investing more, people's earning power increases, more people have fiber at home or high-speed broadband solutions at home. Fiber is unlimited because once you build that pipe, you can pass as much data as you want through it. You can back up your 126 gigs of data and you can stream your children's YouTube non-stop and it makes no difference. Thank you very much, my Lord, and thank you to the prosecutors.
Thank you very much. Like I said, we've been live on television for the last 2 hours on broadcast television, channels, Arise News, NTA. But we're also streaming on YouTube. We're hearing that the TV people want to go. Now, let's go to YouTube. You know, YouTube, there are no rules. So everybody can really speak their mind. They say you should off your jacket so that you can say how you feel. We're going to take some more questions from our audience. For those of you tuning out from TV, please go to our YouTube channel and join the conversation because the trial is still on. Can we get a microphone to him over there? His hand has been up since. Mr. Him in the black shirt.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. George Uchen. Isn't it interesting that we are in the seat of power, in the seat of data, and we are talking about appeasing consumers, Nigerians, and we don't even have access to free data in this space? That's one. 2, isn't it also interesting that we are in the seat of data here and network is still not optimal? Which leads me to my question. Why is it that when there are groups gather...
What do you mean by free data? Sorry, just to go back to that.
When an MTN data event and there is no free Wi-Fi.
I wanted you to say it clearly that.
Free Wi-Fi. Yeah. I'm just saying this for the first time. But why is it that when we are gathered where there are groups gathered, it just seems like the data the quality, we don't enjoy it. Maybe churches, stadiums, concerts, and the likes. Please, can you shed some light? Thank you.
Should we take a couple questions? Let's just take about 3. Let's go to this guy here. Let's take about 3 questions from the audience at once.
Okay. Good evening. So one of my questions is that, okay, since we know that the manager has been able to prove that Nigeria, our phone consume more data, but what is MTN doing to give more data for every bundle since the cost has increased? Now, so since the cost has increased and you're saying, okay, this person, your phone is consuming more data, what is MTN's way of giving of giving more?
It's not powered by MTN.
Okay. What is MTN's way, one, of giving more data? So if you're getting 20 gig or 50 gig, what is MTN of giving 30 or 40? Then secondly, like what Fisayo said, in places like Liberia and Sierra Leone, these guys are doing $20 for unlimited a week, a month, for certain amounts that are convenient. But can't it be done here in Nigeria? Because if $20,
Come forward.
okay, if $20 can give you something in Sierra Leone for, I think, a week and a month, I can call and verify because I was there. So if you can get for a month there, unlimited, we are in
Nigeria. Back to the unlimited question.
Yes.
But I want your first question, explain it.
Yeah,
you want more data for what exactly?
Okay, so what he has confirmed is that Nigeria, we use more data on our phones. That somehow
so
our
you
phones...
want price to come down?
Now, no, price has increased. Now, prices have increased. So what is MTN's way of compensating with the customers and saying, okay, we know you now, your phones are made more, you are using more network, you're using more sophisticated phone. What is MTN's way of giving more data? So instead of you just buying at that high price, but you're getting more data to solve that problem.
You want a data subsidy?
Not necessarily subsidy, but a little bit more.
Let's take one more question there. The guy with the hoodie, I think. Then we'll get some answers.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am Kalamanja. I am a streamer.
Yahoo?
Manja. I'm a streamer and a gamer as well. So my first question is, as regards niche communities, like let's say gaming, a huge number of gamers and streamers, especially here in Nigeria, are one of the highest, if not the highest, data consumers. We have different data plans for, let's say, YouTube. I know one for YouTube, but is it possible for particular data bundles to be structured for gaming and or streaming? That's my first question. My second question being, is there a particular reason why you guys stopped letting us borrow data?
Borrow data.
Yeah, and airtime to convert to data. Thank you very much. Those are my two questions.
All right, let's take some answers as quickly as possible, please. If you can get the answers in a minute, 30 seconds, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hi. Okay. Apologies again for, I'm not sure why you didn't know there was free Wi-Fi here, but there is free Wi-Fi and you can scan the QR. You can scan the QR code. Yeah.
They say closed mouths don't get fed. They fed him.
On your second question, basically, yes, when there are a lot of people in a place, because you are contending for the same resources, you will get what is called network congestion. So that's why when you are in a crowded place. So let me just give you an example. This Wi-Fi here is 1 gig. Because we were having this event, we had to upgrade it to 10 gig because more people will use it. So when you go to churches, stadiums, and all these places, because of the amount of people, because technology is around contention, all of you are contending for the same resources. It's not infinite, right? So you contend for resources, and that's the reason why when you're in a place, this happens. And based on this, we like to go to places and drop sell on wheels. If there are churches, there are big events or things, and we are aware, we actually go and drop. And there are places like RCCG where we know that there will always be a lot of people there. We have gone to deploy the latest technologies in those areas. So this is what happens. That's why when you are in a place. But so this is how technology works, right? No, jamming the network is a different thing. That's a different thing. I'm really talking to you about congestion because when all the resources are used, you will get that. One of the things we do, and that's why we said we're investing, because people migrate, because people grow, and more users are coming up, and we're getting more customers, right? One of the reasons that I said that it's our responsibility when it comes to quality of service is monitoring those usages, those congestion levels to get money and invest to upgrade, right? So we usually monitor what is happening, and then we try to do those upgrades when we see this. But basically, when you contend for the same resources, that's why when you're in a place, you see this reduction in speed and increase in latency. Thank you.
Who's taking his own? Very quickly, please.
Good afternoon, my Lord, and good afternoon, the audience. When the price increase was done, if you recall, we used to have, on our data bundles, we used to have YouTube in the night for customers. However, we understood the fact that most upgrades and all that on your phones happen in the night. We opened that up to all data bundles. I think if you look at our 1.5 monthly variant, which is 2 gig, up to the 10 gig, which is at 4.5, we have 2 gigabytes for anything you want to use in the night, just to cushion that fact that people might need to do upgrades outside of their Wi-Fi. Apart from that, we keep working on how to give customers more data. I'll give an example of something we rolled out, I think, 2 weeks ago. There was no 14-day validity within our normal data plans. So we had 30 days, we had 7 days and all that. We opened up 14 days validity with the same price point. For example, your 10,000 could buy 34 GB for you in 30 days. But we opened up 14 days and said your 10,000 should give you 40 GB. Just to look for smart ways with which we can give you more data and also reduce the impact on the economics of the business. I think our CEO has spoken about that. We need to survive as a business. So we need to keep looking at ways, because our customers' appetite for data is increasing, thanks to the OEMs that are doing the phones and thanks to the OTT players with their apps. However, we, the service provider, also need to look at how we can manage the appetite of customers without taking too much for their pocket. So we keep doing that. And I think somebody spoke about YouTube, streaming, gaming, and all that. The truth is that we monitor and we look at your behavior, and we keep doing things every day. It's unfortunate that this is happening today. If it was something happening maybe in August or September without me letting any cat out of the bag, we might have been able to cater for you. But check out the space. We've seen the behavior that the gaming community is growing, and we've spoken to partners, people who run game, the OTT players for game, and we are looking at how to work in partnership with them to give you what you want. So just watch the space and you'll see something from us. Thank you.
Thank you. People are not borrowing data again. No? You didn't answer that one.
I thought I spoke to growing data with the, for example, borrow data. I'll give that to my lawyer here, sorry.
No, it's just a simple answer. We'll be back very soon.
All right, let's come back to the prosecutors here. I think we have a question or comment from CCME.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yemisi Odusanya, CCME, and my question is still based on transparency. I know that we have like the summaries of, okay, YouTube uses 20 gig, you used this amount on WhatsApp, but is there a way that it is properly broken down so that I can say, Mommy, this message you forwarded me is 1 MB.
It's chopping my data.
It's chopping my data. This your status is costing me 10 MB to watch. When I upload a YouTube video, let's say I upload a 10-minute video, what is the cost of uploading that? What is the cost of the 10 shorts I just watched right now? If it is, I want to know if it is properly broken down, and if we can even have like a test, like maybe upload something now and see what it takes
what it looks
from
like.
from your data.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Daniel Friday Okodi. Quick one. Does MTN count failed downloads, interrupted streaming sessions, dropped connections, and network retransmissions against customers? For example, I'm downloading a 4 gigabytes file from, let's say, a client abroad, and at 30% it drops. Who accounts for that data? Yes,
That's a very good question.
Why should customers bear the cost of network inefficiencies? Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Jarvis. So, please, I want to know, does MTN have a guarantee for IRL streamers? Now, IRL has to do with moving around and going to places, and the motto for MTN is everywhere you go. Now, at this point, it depends on where you are going. And then again, we are being paid for a stream or promotion, and we are told to come and, stream. At this point, I'm streaming right now. And I would say
live streaming.
Yes. And the network is killing me. Even my child has been complaining. Now, imagine I'm being paid somewhere to do something, and getting there, the network gets bad. It's a bad record for me and
your business.
My brand, you get. So, and then again, upcoming streamers, those that don't have the money to get TV, but we are using MTN. Please, we need that assurance that wherever we go, we have good network to stream well. Please.
Okay, so that's a bunch of questions. Started off with, how detailed can this be? Seeing the back end. Failed downloads. Failed streaming. When you have not completed the work, where is that money? What happened to it? And then live streaming, are you really everywhere we go? Those are the questions. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the question on poor experience, right? If you're having poor data experience, you're trying to download, you're having dropped calls, on that customer experience management platform that we showed you, we'll see it there. It's clear. It shows you where you had the problem. It shows you your serving sites. It shows you what the issue is. A ticket is raised. It's fixed. So we have that, right? Now, you talked about failed downloads, right? Failed downloads. If you don't download a full file, right? For example, you wanted to download a 1 gig file and it failed, right? Your data utilization or your data usage will never show 1 gig. You can try that as an experiment. It will not. It won't. Do you want to answer that? For the 400 meg, where do you charge if it fails? That's charging. That's a charging problem. It has charged, right? So it's charging. So it's a charging.
Carry your microphone.
So it's a charging question. I'll allow David to answer that.
Sorry, before you answer, sir, I want him to clarify the question. I have small context. I'll give you the microphone again. He has 1 gig, and he wants to download a file of, let's say, 700 MB. On WhatsApp, he has gotten to 40%. You can read that in on WhatsApp by percentage. And at 40%, it fails with no reason due to him. Who is accountable for that? But I want him to put more buttress to it, then you can answer.
Okay, so I'll just throw more light on that. So this is it. Let's say, for example, Mr. Ibuka sends me a WeTransfer file from the UK. And I'm trying to download a 4 gigabyte file. And at 50%, while I'm waiting, it fails. So who accounts for that data that's...
The 2 gig.
Yes, the 2 gig that has gone. So who accounts for it? Because I know I'm charged. If I'm not charged, it won't even roll. So who accounts for that? Then for each time I keep trying and it fails, my data keeps going. So how do I get... Who accounts for that particular data that's gone?
They don't go CFO.
Lord, can I answer? Okay. Look, I think this is very, very important question. But that's normally out of the control of network. It depends on the application. Some applications for chat, not necessarily WhatsApp. It could be other apps. They have Viber. You have so many other apps for chat. When you download a video, you see it downloading, right? It stops on, let's say, 50%, your example. When you try again, you see it starting after 50%. Okay? That's feature in the app, not in the network. Some applications reset from scratch. So we can't control it, right? This is invisible to the network. Network normally have a stream of bytes coming, okay? So everything that passes through network, you charge. If the app decide to restart from scratch, we don't know what you... Remember, we don't know what you do. It's not authorized for anyone to look inside your pipe. We know you are using WhatsApp. We don't know what you do there. Okay? So that's it depends on the app. Thank you.
Sorry, while I understand, you are going to data privacy, right? And I appreciate that the privacy of citizens as guaranteed at 7. That's not the question. The question is, I paid MTN for a value, and I received 5 gig. And I'm supposed to use that 5 gig, and I've expired that 5 gig, or I've exhausted it. Now you owe me seamless and uninterrupted network supply at that period. I want to download something. I want to upload my CV to a job site. And it gets to 70% and it cuts. MTN charges me that I've used 70% of whatever data I have on ground. Now, unfortunately, I have not achieved my own desire and goal for that data subscription. If that data finishes at 70, 75, 80, 85, who accounts for it? Are you accountable for that situation? That's his question.
Okay. Your Lord. Yeah.
Order.
Okay. So first, when you are downloading, just like the CEO explained, the way the app handles it is one factor. But you've made the assumption here, and we'll stick to the point, which is that there are many factors that could disrupt you when you're downloading. Maybe you had moved to a place where there's no connectivity, your phone died. There are many reasons. But let's stick to the network piece. And to answer that question is, like I explained earlier when I was talking, it's online charging. We'll give you access and data is flowing. What you are asking is very similar to say, I have electricity and I want to boil this water to boiling point. And power gets cut halfway through. And you are saying you should not. That's exactly what is happening here. It is flow of, I don't know how else to explain. But you have used network resources to achieve what it is that you have. The question, if the question now is on quality of service, there's a different way in which our regulator even manage and handle us on quality of service, which includes penalties. And in some weeks ago, you will see that there were times where some people were being given value to say, because quality of service in your area at this point, the regulator mandates us to give back. But what is happening in this case is that you are using network resources. That is what you are being charged for. And that can be disrupted for as many as 15, 20, 30 reasons.
Sorry, I beg to disagree. I disagree with you. So you are saying that I want to boil beans. NEPA now takes light, and I'm using electric hot plate. My beans has not finished boiling. At that point, that is what you are making you are charged for only that situation. Now, we are going back to the quality of the service I paid you for. And I'll give you an example. I want to buy donuts from Ebuka and Chops. And Ebuka and Chops gives me a POS machine. Until I get that donut from Ebuka and Chops, I've not gotten value for my money. Now, if his POS declines and they debit me, somebody is still accountable for that failed transaction. So a consumer is saying that I paid you for uninterrupted data supply. And I want to use my data as your person has said, for whatever I choose to do. I might be watching ungodly things. I might be downloading godly things. Whatever I do with that situation, I must achieve my goal. And as a consumer, my goals are not achieved. Who is accountable for the unattainment of that goal of the consumer? That's the question.
Order. We now got to the most contentious part of our day with 7 minutes to go. So we need to resolve this in 7 minutes. Actually, in 6 minutes.
Answer.
I don't sell everything today. I don't sell beans, donuts. Go on.
Yeah, look. Let me to add to what I said. I get your point now. Within our network, networks evolved from 2G, 3G, 4G. A lot of research, investment in them has been made on very basic principle, which is retrial, okay? Our network on its own does not charge you for same content twice. except the case where the network shut down abruptly out of our control, right? The power goes action, but the network is still up. We retry, but the network is still up. We retry, we continue your content. There is no issue. However, if you have a fiber cut or a power down in the region out of our control, our network shut down abruptly. In those conditions, what I mentioned to you, that some app don't tolerate it. But some app, they store it on the phone, not on our network. On your own phone, and they resume from the point they stopped. You get me? Yeah.
So allow me to also say one or two things on this. First of all, we don't guarantee you uninterrupted quality of service. We don't. And I'm not sure any telecoms operator in the world does. Let me also say this. If I stand in front of you and I give you a whole set of stories just to please you, I will lose credibility. It's not everything we're going to be perfect at. And if sometimes you pay for what you consume, what goes on in the back end, whether it's retried or not, it doesn't make a difference. You see, it's like you buy petrol for a car and you think that if you went to go and see Timmy in his office to discuss a law case, you didn't meet me, then I should refund petrol for that car. It's not going to happen. Okay? I love the guy who asked for free Wi-Fi. I challenge you. Who asked for free Wi-Fi? Where is that, my brother? I challenge you, go to a bank's customer forum, ask them for free money. But we gave you the free Wi-Fi. Sometimes, you also need to be a bit reasonable. What we are trying to say is not that we're perfect or that we satisfy you with it in every instance. What we are saying authoritatively is we never deliberately shortchange you on your consumption of your data. And we're explaining to you how your data gets consumed and how you can optimize it. That we're perfect or that there are not some instances where you'll be upset or you retransmit it and it starts from zero. In some instances, it starts from 50% and it continues. Yes. But MTN, audited by KPMG, reviewed by the NCC, audited, KPMG is a professional auditing firm. Is our billing constructed to cheat you? No. If this is what you consume, this is what we bill you for. Now, there are lots of things that happen that we don't understand. Even MTN staff sometimes get lost in it. But we don't cheat you deliberately, ever. That we are telling you. And we'll work through the answers to these questions. We're not perfect. There are many things we need to work through, but we'll work through them and continue debating them until there's a good understanding. And like I said, as Nigeria prospers, as you get more fiber, X, and so on and so forth, these issues will die away. Thank you.
Thanks for the accountability.
Daniel, are you... Oh, Cody, are you happy? Are you happy? No. Wait, no, with the question. Did it?
His answer is not to make us happy, but we like the accountability. Accountability is very good. We love it.
Before we take one more question, we need to answer Cecilia Mizon. We say, do we have a video presentation? Do we have that ready? Is it ready? Okay, so is anybody talking through this?
Yes. Okay. Cecilia, good evening, ma'am. All right, so I think you asked how you will explain data usage to your mom and to people around. You know, when you do different things on different applications, how much is it going to take? So it looks like we already spoke about this with you because we developed this data calculator to help our customers understand what, the amount of data, different things that you're doing on your phone or on your device will cost you. So when you go on that data calculator, we have the different types of applications that people use. We ask you to also even categorize yourself. Are you the kind of person that is a heavy data user, a light data user, a medium data user? How much YouTube, for example, do you stream? At what definition? Are you doing standard definition? Are you doing ultra high D? Depending on the sort of resolution, as we have heard, that you do, you will spend more and more and more. And we have that across all sorts of applications, including WhatsApp, TikTok, and so on and so forth. So this data application is live on our network. We will keep on promoting it, taking feedback from you about how we can make it easier for you to use. And we show you, the more you use, of course, the more your monthly estimated usage will be. We also wanted to invite anybody brave enough to give us your phone number so that we can, this portal, the portal is going crazy on the internet.
People delete some apps before you come here.
Well, people are saying that they like that portal. So If you would like to give us your number as well, we will show you how the portal is presenting your information. Of course, everybody will see it, but no problem. I'm sure that it's fine. Just give us your number.
Okay.
Your Lord, sir. Your Lord, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's time for you to use your authority and allow us to test Barrister Jimmy's.
I will never run away from independent evaluation. But my name is Timi Agbaje, and as a network provider, you know my name. I've used it for 12 years, so correct my name now. Timi Agbaje.
Okay, so
no, I want to hear you say, sir. Timi
Agbaje.
No, not Timi. Timi Agbaje.
Ungodly things.
Just tell us your MSIDN.
What did you say?
Your phone number.
My phone number. I should not say it.
Just send it to them.
Okay, my notepad. Can somebody from the MTN defense team walk towards me, please?
Timmy, are you sure? Okay, that's your order. The order phone is what you are giving us. We have a question from Pamela, right? Okay.
So, good evening. So, speaking about accountability and compensation, I paid for a month subscription here, and unfortunately, there was rainstorm. MTN had issues for 10 days out of 30 days. What happens to my 10 days? I fulfilled my end of the bargain, I paid. But I was short of 10 days. So, what happens to it? Am I going to compensate
You paid for 30 days. Where's your mic? Give her the mic. Give her the mic. Give her the mic.
So it just says there like WhatsApp 50 gig or something, YouTube 20 gig.
What
I'm saying is like
chat with
uploads. No. Let's say uploads on YouTube. This is what happened.
This video, this is how much.
Yes.
A
10-second video.
Are you hearing
this is
her?
what you used.
Can
Not
you hear
just
her?
like a summary of like
So she's
the
saying
platform.
is there a way you can get specifics? Uploads was this. I went on YouTube, this video, this gig, this video. She's saying
That's a summary.
so it's a summary. You haven't answered the everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, who is answering that?
Ebuka.
Let them answer her. The question she asked, they've not answered it yet.
Okay.
Everywhere you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, we are very responsible. We are not hiding. There are places where we don't have full coverage. And we know those areas, and we're trying to build sites there. And the way technology works, when you are moving from one base station to another, there is something called handover. Because your phone looks at the signal and takes the best signal from a base station. So let's assume you are driving and you are streaming. As you are leaving the coverage of one base station and going to another one, the system hands you over to that one, and it's supposed to be continuous. Now, if the one that it's handing you over to, at that period of handover, there is a problem, you will have issues. And that is why we always do what we call optimization to ensure that we don't have poor handovers. So that is why sometimes when you are moving, you witness some glitch during the handover. That's one. Two, and it's our responsibility to fix it, and we're doing all those things. Two, if you go to an area that has very limited coverage, your signal will be poor and you will not be able to stream. And like I have admitted here, we have not covered everywhere. There are areas, especially when you go outside and the hinterlands, you will find those places. And then even in new areas in Lagos that are just coming up, we're just trying to get to build sites in those areas. So, like, what's the name of this area around? I've forgotten the name. That place that we're trying to build, I've forgotten. So you have these things, but we are working to put coverage everywhere as we are moving. But this is why you have that break sometimes during the handover periods.
Are there places where like there's no network problem? Yeah. So whenever I want to do or stream IRL, I will go there or I will not go there.
So we know those areas, but for example, I don't know, but for example, I was able to watch, a lot of times you watch videos from airport to your place, or like from where I was coming today till I came to the office, I was streaming. So there are a lot of places. I'm just trying to explain to you what happens. And today, for example, like I said, you can stream from here till airport, fine. But maybe around Ebute Meta, as you are going there, there is an issue with the site, which I mean is our responsibility to fix. At that moment, something happens on the site. You will get a glitch before you hand over to the next one.
So this is your responsibility to fix it. When are we going to have that assurance that this is the day, or we have fixed it, or you can start streaming? Because it's our job. That's where we are eating from.
Yes, and I understand your pain, and I think you were not here when we spoke of the environmental issues that also impact us. So those are things that sometimes are outside our control. For what is in our control, be rest assured, we have what we call a minimum time to repair, and it's less than hours. We fix those things if it's within our control. But before you came, there was a lot of discussion around things that are outside our control. And if you have that kind of issue, then we have to go and fix it. We have to do what we can do within the period. Thank you.
All right. He has a question. Then you've already asked yours, so all right. Go on.
Good evening. My name is Sotipanki.
Order.
Android and iPhone, is there a difference in quality of data usage?
Okay.
Like,
all right. Let's take another.
Perspective.
Eric? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is C. King. So I want to ask, why do people data expire prematurely? Yes. Because I've experienced this. There was a time I recharged 1 gig. I said 1 gig 1 week, and it expired prematurely. I called several times. They said I should off my phone. I don't off my phone. This network won't work. So now I figure out that for that data to work, I have to do another 1 gig again to activate that one. We don't expire prematurely. So why do I have to go through all that stress? Now, I have the data in my balance and can see it, but I cannot browse. So let's say I now do like 100 MB. My 100 MB is browsing. My 8 gig is there looking at me. It cannot browse. I see that as scam, because you cannot expect me to do that same thing again before I can now use my data that I've purchased already that I can see in my balance. A lot of people are experiencing this. And also concerning your MTN everywhere you go, in case you are not aware, some people are going as far as climbing a tree before they can browse with MTN in this country. So fix that as well. Thank you.
Yeah, social bonding. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric. I review smartphones, and my question was supposed to be about social bundles which exist outside Nigeria. So basically, you can do YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, and then it's unlimited. So that's like proper unlimited, but you cannot browse or download with the bundle. Is there a reason why this bundle is not available? And I checked, and I saw the social bundle here.